Mary Magdalene was an eyewitness of the resurrection of Christ. She was the last one at the cross and the first one at the tomb. Mary had to answer 3 questions on the resurrection day. And these are the same questions I'd like us to answer today. The first question I'd like us to answer is, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Mary was sad, defeated, and discouraged when she went to the tomb and realized it was empty. She was crushed. She was discouraged. Her grief at the loss of her Lord was now compounded by the fact that his body was missing. She stood at the tomb weeping. And this is what the scriptures say in John chapter 20 from verse 10 to 15. Then the disciples went back to their homes. But Mary stood outside the tomb crying. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb and saw 2 angels in white seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. They asked her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "They have taken my Lord away," she said, "and I don't know where they have put him." At this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there. She did not realize that it was Jesus. "Woman," he said, "why are you crying? Who is it you're looking for?" "Think he was the gardener?" she said. "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him." After the angels had asked Mary Magdalene this question, "Why are you crying?" shortly after that, Jesus comes and asks the same question and asks her, "Hey, woman, why are you crying?" Of course, Jesus knew the answer to the question, but he still wanted her to express it to him. And Mary's answer was straight and honest. I like it. She goes straight to the answer and says, "They have taken my Lord away, and I don't know where they have put him." She answers in a very direct and straightforward way. The question the angels and Jesus asked Mary, I believe that is the same question that Jesus Christ is asking us today. He's asking, why are you crying? Why are you upset? Why are you worried? What is bothering you? And friends, you know what? We need to be honest with him. We need to be straight and answer directly. We don't just need to, sniff and say, "Well, nothing, I'm really okay." We cannot pretend. After all, he knows what we are going through. He already knows why we are crying anyway. He already knows. And friend, I don't know what it is that you're going through. What are you going through right now that is causing you pain? What is it that is causing you sorrow? What is it that is causing you discomfort? What is it that you're battling with? Is it the battle of disease? Is it the death of a loved one? Is it problems with children? Is it challenges with finances? The list is endless. But Jesus sees your pain and he cares about your suffering. And the Bible says we have a high priest who is touched by our feelings and our weaknesses. He cares. He is concerned about our pain. And dear ones, it's okay to express our emotions to Jesus. You don't have to hide anything. When grief and pain come our way, we need to be honest with Him and open with Him and just tell Him what it is that is hurting us. It is often when we express our deepest pain and emotion that we truly encounter Jesus. The second question that needs an answer is, who or what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Who are you looking for? We see this in John chapter 20 and verse 15. Woman, he said, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for? John chapter 20 and verse 15. Thinking he was the gardener, she said, Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him. When Jesus asked Mary this question, her answer showed the deep love, she had for him. And as much as at this point she still didn't recognize Jesus, she said, Sir, if you have carried him away, please show me where you put him, and I will get him. Now that is love. She had deep love for Jesus. Mary loved Jesus so much that, verse 1 and 2 of John chapter 20 shows that she woke up very early while it was still dark. This is what verse 1 and 2 of John chapter 20 says. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the entrance. Verse 2, she came running to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one Jesus loved, and said, they have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we don't know where they have put him. While the disciples were sleeping early in the morning, she rushes and starts her work, right at the tomb, ready to embalm the body. That is commitment. That tells us something about her passion and her love for Jesus. And friend, I wonder whether you are so sold out to the Lord, that you leave everything and search for him and look for him. That you would do everything to seek him. Are you so passionate about him that you seek to spend more time with him in his word, in prayer? Are you so passionate that you are looking for Jesus, so to speak? You are seeking to know him better, to grow in him, to love him more? Who are you looking for? Or let me change it a little bit. What are you looking for? Some people look for things. They are so passionate about money that they would kill for money. They are so passionate about education that they will pursue it. They are so passionate about some pleasures in life that they will pursue these things. They are so passionate about material possession. They are looking for things. What are you looking for? And I put it to you that true satisfaction is not found in material possessions. It is not found in women. It is not found in money. It is not found in education. Yes, go to school, learn. But true satisfaction is not found in those things. It is found only in Jesus. Yes, we need to answer that question. Who are you looking for? Or what are you looking for? Mary sought the Lord, looked for the Lord, found the Lord. How I pray we shall do the same. The third and last question I would like us to answer, will you speak for Jesus? Will you speak for Jesus? This is what the Bible says in verse 16 to 18. Jesus said to her, Mary. She turned toward him and cried out in Aramaic, Rabboni, which means teacher. Jesus said, do not hold on to me, for I have not yet returned to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am returning to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God. Mary Magdalene went to the disciples. I have seen the Lord. And she told them that he had said these things to her. She basically obeys. She goes and tells the disciples. That's our third question. Will you speak for Jesus? Will you go and tell others about Jesus? And in obedience, she went and did exactly what the Lord commanded her to do. She discharges this sacred duty gladly as she shares the good news of the risen Christ with the disciples. And friends, there is a profound lesson here for us. Yes, we have met the risen Christ. Our lives have been changed. We have been set free from the chains of Satan. But are we bold enough to tell others about what Christ has done for us? Are we bold enough to open our mouths and say, hey, friend, this is what Jesus did for me, and this same Jesus who did it for me can do it for you? Are we bold enough to share with our family members about the transformational power of Jesus? Are we bold enough to share with our friends, our colleagues, our classmates, college mates? Are we bold enough to share the good news with our neighbors? We need to speak for Jesus.